Hey guys, so last night, also I'm covering my, self because, yeah, my hair is not that bad. Anyways, I keep on trying to turn on my light when there's no electricity. I gotta stop doing that. Anyways, please ignore my hair. My hair is crazy. Anyways, come get ready with me. We're going to the library for e-learning because we have got no electricity power lines fell down last night. A bunch of trees fell down on top of them, and a bunch of trees fell to block the sides. So yeah, also I'm not showing myself because I'm still in my pajamas. So let me get dressed and then I'll show myself. I had like the perfect outfit for today, but then I realized that it's in the laundry. And then I realized something. The laundry isn't working, so I can't wear that because it still needs to get washed in like a week or so. Whenever the electricity comes back on. I'm back. Okay, so take my hair out. That's what I'm doing this. So for our neighborhood, it's just like damaged, of course. But I'll tell you guys like what specifically got damaged that I know of, since me and my family drove around the neighborhood and walked around the neighborhood. So yeah, so first things first. Okay, so once you enter into our neighborhood, somebody's fence got torn apart. Not so bad, but it was like that much. Got torn apart. Well, if you look at it from the other side of the street, it looks like that much, but when you're like next to it, it's like that much, like hands are out. Anyways, so yeah, and then coming in, pretty much nothing is like ruined. A couple of cardboard boxes got tossed around, and then when you turn the corner going this way, no, my dog's morning treat to get something like protein bone. Anyways, when you turn the corner, two neighbors' fences just completely crashed. So like you can see half of one neighbor's yard and the other half of the other neighbor's yard. So it's like that, you can imagine probably. Like if it's half of somebody's yard and the other half of somebody's yard combined, that so much got taken out. I know it depends on like how long you guys are thinking of, but just think like a regular backyard, but like on a side. Like on the side of all other houses technically. Anyways, and then on that side there was a big tree that just got it completely torn down the roots and all that stuff. And then there was one in the middle of the road, I think is what they're saying. I couldn't see that one because we drove past it at first and I think everyone got it taken care of. I think there was like a big tree in the middle, blocking pathways. And then I'm going this way. There's like a big there's like a big log right there. And then that neighbor's, like the shields, I forgot what they were called. We got little things all around it, like on the roofs, like this. Like those right there. Yeah, shingles. Like half of their roof got flung off and landed right beside their chimney. So they got most of their shingles back, but they all just flew away. Anyways, going on, somebody's garden got messed up. This has happened, nothing bad. There was a trash can out there with so many shingles and pieces of roof in it, and I was just like, whoa. I don't have any pictures for it because my thing got turned off, because it's like something that my dad does at night. He turns my time limit off, and then going around, some neighbors, there was one tree that got onto a neighbor's yard. Don't know why there's dog fur on my computer versus not on my computer. Anyways, so I think there was a tree that knocked into the highway because there's a highway right behind my neighborhood. So I think it knocked into there, but everyone should be okay. There's police back there last night. I heard from a neighbor that someone that I know actually from back there, they thought that they saw a little tornado for like 2 seconds form, because it was wild back there and our trees got spun around. And it was just crazy when we went around. Well, I went around on my bike, and there's just multiple people there trying to help. And then the only pathway to get out is back there, because there's just a small tree in the way, but then it's a small tree, so you can get that out of the way, of course. Okay, I think they're gone. Anyways, and then when you're turning, okay, let's see, then when you're turning inwards, a couple of trees got knocked over, not so bad. I think there were so many, like there's a trampoline over there that got knocked over. There's a trampoline over there that got knocked over. Trampoline got knocked over everywhere. It broke like a gate, I think. I gotta pack up my school stuff because we're going to the library for e-learning. So yeah. Anyways, and then over towards our house, my neighbors over there lost some shingles, not so bad. Their tree got sliced. Didn't even know where that tree went. Their neighbors, like, back fence, they have 2 dogs, and the whole fence just, like, went like this. So it's like this, and then it just fell over like that onto their side. So they can probably use that to, like, put up, hopefully. I'm gonna use a hair dryer for this. This is just crazy. Anyways, like that. Anyways, next. Bless you. Me. Anyway, so, and we lost a shingle, I think, and then our side roof got just a little damaged, not literally that big of a deal, but like, you know, like the side of the roof at the very top where it's like white, like it's like this. The part like right here just got torn off like that. We can put it back on. It's barely anything. Back neighborhood. Okay, so they guys, I got that second. Anyways, so back neighborhood, pretty good. They live in the woods. We're called we're like the edge of the woods, kind of. They're like in a really woody area, and so they didn't get much damages as what we got, but all I saw from them is a bunch of like tree logs on the road, a bunch of trees like crashed, and then going over this way from back there, nothing much. Turning the corner, a big tree fell. They had to completely slice it up, like with the saw or whatever it's called. They had to like clear the road. So they did that, maybe because they thought that the buses were coming in, but they aren't, because it's e-learning day, because like no electricity, the roads are not clear at all. Oh yeah, my neighbors back there, their trees sliced in half and ended in their garden, I believe. Fun times. I have not checked 3 houses right there. My neighbor's house right there, actually. Not her, but the next one. Little tree slashed down, not a big deal. It caught in the trees. So it was like 2 trees, one part of the tree snapped and just landed on both trees. So yeah. Back neighborhood, like I was saying. And then behind that neighborhood, oh my gosh, by a baseball field, there was like 2 police there because there was like wires fell down, tree fell down, car, what I saw was underneath the tree. I don't know if that was just a clear place to go through, but they were like stopped. But yeah, and then don't know what happened over there. We don't know if the train tracks are okay. That's what I'm talking about, because the train tracks are right over there. So we don't know if the train tracks are okay. And that is our only exit, because over there, like I was saying about the police and baseball field, over there, houses got torn up, like big trees got landed on them. Somebody cut their trees, and they're smart because they cut their trees, I think, right before a tornado hit. There's like 2 tornadoes in this area. There was one over there and one over there. So yeah, we were in the middle. Yeah. So how I knew that there was like something going on is I looked outside. My TV show was flitching because it was like I thought I was supposed to flitch, but then I realized like this is not supposed to be flitching. So then I looked outside and the wind was just like powering through. Our deck went crazy. I looked in the front, everything was going bananas. And so we were right downstairs. My phone was by the window. So this was not smart, but the wind. Yeah, we're about to leave. Anyways, so yeah, and then winds went down for like 10 seconds. I went and grabbed my phone. It was not like by the window, but it was like window, countertop, island. Mine was on the island, so it was not close to the window at all, but it was kind of there. So I quickly snatched that because the wind's toned down. You only get it when the wind's toned down. Hi. So I'm going to the library in a second. I tried turning on the light, but of course the light can't turn on. Anyways, we are leaving in a couple minutes. I told you the basics of our neighborhood and what happened. I don't know about anything else from the back because we just turned around because it was getting a little scared for my little brother. So yeah, our neighbor was going to Beacon to get a shower, but she couldn't. So that was bad. Anyways, because like they said it'd be a 2-hour wait to get to the shower. I'm like, oh boy, yeah.